uh, like very engaging conversation. I can totally relate, like, even though I'm not a college student anymore, like, I can totally relate, even in my life, going through a lot of loneliness. And if people don't know here, I'm a therapist. And like every person who walks in experiences loneliness. And so just know if you're feeling that, like you're not alone. Thank you, Nat, for bringing this to our attention. All right, well, next we have Ali Ashbaugh. One round of applause for Ali. Ali is an upper division honors student who is going to talk today about chronic pain.
Yes.
Yes.
Feel like you guys can't see me because of the background. So we'll just stand over here.
That's
All right, thank you. So like Ronnie said, my name's Allie. I'm a senior here at UNC. I'm majoring in chemistry with a minor in biology. My thesis topic is on mast cells and mammary carcinoma. And standing here today, I am in pain. That's just kind of how my life works. It's not the most ideal situation, but it's something that I like to talk about because it's something that came up in my life quite recently, actually. I was diagnosed with osteoarthritis when I was 19, and it was hard, especially because the desks that we have here as college students, they're not made for people in pain. So kind of talking about pain, many people don't notice when you are in pain because we typically don't show that outwardly. We're just trying to live our lives. So understanding the differences and types of pain, and then what can you do to make yourself feel better on a daily basis. So for me, my story, I was a gymnast for 12 years before I quit in middle school. And after that, I kind of noticed slowly that my body just started to hurt. And after that, I was backpacking summer of 2021, and I was coming down a steep hill, and I heard a pop. After that, I had to go see an orthopedic surgeon. I ended up having to have surgery, and before my surgery, he said, your level of pain is so high that you have arthritis as well. It's not just the injury, but it's also something else. So that was how I was kind of diagnosed. But how does this work? How do we feel pain? So in every place in our body, we have pain receptors. They're called nociceptors, and they detect damage. So when something is injured, like me hearing a pop and like tearing some stuff in my knee, I felt pain because the nociceptors in my knee felt the damage that had occurred during that initial injury. But that's called acute pain. That initial injury is acute. It'll go away with ibuprofen, Tylenol, rest, those kinds of things. That injury will eventually heal. All of us have experienced acute pain, so if you sprained your ankle, period cramps, all of those, that's acute pain. They will go away. Pain becomes chronic when the immune system gets involved, and this fancy little cell called the mast cell, which if you remember from my topic, that's the cell that I study in my thesis. It's big, it's round, it's everywhere. If you have allergies, this is what causes it. The mast cell has a fancy little receptor called Fc epsilon R1. When it is activated by IgE, which is specifically made for your allergen, it gets a signal telling it to get rid of everything in its insides. So it basically vomits everything out of the inside of the cell, and these compounds that were inside of it is what causes inflammation. So it causes you to have anaphylaxis, it causes hives, and it also helps continually activate your nociceptors to cause pain. So what happens is when you have chronic pain, The nociceptor sense damage. It releases neuropeptides into the extracellular matrix, into the space. It runs into a mast cell. The mast cell's like, oh crap, I gotta get rid of everything. And then the nociceptor is like, oh no, I got more damage that we have to fix. And so more neuropeptides are released, more mast cell activation, and it keeps going to the point where it's just so bad that it never goes away. That's how chronic pain works. So acute pain, no immune system involved. Chronic pain, the immune system is involved. So what can we do about this? How can we manage pain, because it's never gonna go away, so that we can live our lives? Well, ibuprofen Tylenol doesn't really work because it decreases inflammation, probably lessens your pain, doesn't really do much for it. But if you take ibuprofen and Tylenol for long periods of time, it'll affect your kidneys and your liver and how it functions, so that's not really ideal for long periods of time. The best thing that has worked is mostly like topical treatments as far as arthritis goes, so like lidocaine, menthol, CBD-based like salves also work really well. Personally, I will do massage, acupuncture, chiropractic, cupping therapy, all just to get me to feel okay to live my life. But that's after years of trying to make and find the things that make me feel good. Because you can have good days, you can have bad days, but learning how to live with your pain and manage your pain is better than your pain in managing you and controlling you and what you do. Getting back to what you love, that's the whole point of managing your pain. And by testing everything, you can slowly learn what works and what doesn't, so that you can live an amazing life with chronic pain. I'm doing it, and if you do have chronic pain as well, you can as well. Thank you. If y'all have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them as well.